Okay, thank you. Okay. Thank you, Vicky. Good evening, everyone. We're back here at Way Mountain Temple. It's nice to see all of you again. Let's continue with Master Srinath's chanting instructions.
我们学一点就行一点，知道多少就做多少，把我们所知道的能做得到，这就是一个实行家。
We learn a little, then we practice a little. However much we know, then we practice that much. We can put into practice what we know. This is what it means to be a practitioner.
你要是知道了，不能去行去，那是没有用的。
If you know something, but you are unable to go and practice it, then that is useless.
你也不要怕人比你好，人人比你好，那这个世界上就没有麻烦了。
Also, don't be afraid of others being better than you. If everyone were better than you, then there would be no troubles in this world.
你也不要怕比人好，你不要自己以为比人好，你也不要说我不想比别人好。
Also, don't be afraid of being better than others. Don't assume that you are better than others. And also don't say, I don't want to be better than others.
人比我好，我就欢喜；我最不如人是最好，那又错了。
When people are better than me, I am happy. It's the best when I am the most inferior compared to others. That is wrong too.
叫你不要看不起人，你就变成看不起自己了。
I have instructed you not to look down on others. You then transform into looking down on yourself.
你要说，叫他们都好，我不需要好，我是一个最坏的，又错了。
If you say, let them all be good, I don't need to be good. I'm the worst. That's also wrong.
那怎么办呢？你要往好的做，不要怕人好，不要不想自己好。
What should be done then? You should strive toward goodness. Don't fear others being good. You should want to be good yourself.
你要往好的去做，你不想好也会好。
You want to aim for goodness. Even if you don't want to be good, you will be good.
Okay, let's stop there and revisit what he's talking about, what he's teaching us. Okay. All right. The materials is from very old materials from the tapes, cassette tapes, so and various materials, and therefore here we don't have the audio anymore. Go ahead, K YouTube.
네, 의공 전봉님의 질문입니다. 항상 사부대중을 위해 법문해 주시는 마스터님께 삼배 올립니다. 질문 드려요. 도교의 노자는 무의 자연, 유교의 공자는 인, 크리스트교는 사랑, 영화선사님이 생각하시는 불교는 한마디로 설하면 무엇인지 궁금합니다. 간단히 답해 주세요. 도교의 노자는 무의 자연, 유교의 공자는 인, 크리스트교는 사랑, 영화선사님이 생각하시는 불교는 한마디로 설하시면 무엇인지 궁금합니다. 간단히 대답해 주세요.
Thank you, Master, all your help and in your teaching. I'd like to bow 3 times. I remember Lao Tzu said the importance is nature, and Confucius said patience is important. Christian said love is important. So would you say in one word what is the Buddhism stands for?
Buddhism stands for Buddha. That's the most important thing. Lao Tzu, he taught about nature or the way of nature. What is that nature that he's talking about? The real nature is your Buddha nature. What Lao Tzu taught is the natural way of life. And it's only because he does not understand yet that nature there is actually your Buddha nature. Your natural life is actually the life of your Buddha nature. Okay, the natural way is actually a way of the Buddha. And what was that Confucius taught? Was it really patience? I'm not sure. Confucius taught a lot. And he talked about humanity, he talked about etiquette, he talked about the rights and relationships and so forth, and talked about morality and so forth. So I'm not sure that Confucius taught only about patience. Agree, disagree? Confucius taught a great deal. To me, Confucius taught more about the moral way of a human being, the proper way that a human being should behave, the basics, morality, the basics, moral principles of being a human, not patience. I don't believe there's patience at all, okay? But then what do I know? Because I don't like Confucius, as you know. I feel his teaching is too narrow and too shallow, okay? It's only designed to help the lower class to submit to the upper class, and he does little to, he doesn't go far enough. Like in Buddhism, you feel that you are all special, you are all Buddhas. You are not a Buddha right now, but you're a Buddha to be, and therefore don't settle for less, which is the exact opposite of Christianity. Christianity, what is it? Christianity taught about love, probably, maybe love of God, aspiring to be a servant to God, to be near God. So you could call it love, but it's a servitude that it's teaching from my perspective, because you never be as good as God. You never be the equal of God, which is the exact opposite of Buddhist teaching. Buddhist teaching is that you and Buddha are the same, and no one can tell you otherwise. Don't believe it. Anyone tells you that you are inferior, you'll never be like a Buddha, you will amount to nothing, don't believe it, because you are a Buddha in the future, and you will become a Buddha in the future. Okay, and that's why the Buddhists and the Bodhisattvas have been working so hard to make it happen. The sooner the better. Okay, so that's it. That's Buddhism. Buddha. You are Buddha, I'm Buddha, she's Buddha, he Buddha, everything Buddha. All right. Thank you for the question. We learn a little and practice a little. How much we know, then we practice that much. We can put into practice what we know. This is when what it means to be a practitioner. Here is the engine behind what it takes to become a Buddha yourself. Okay, in Buddhism, nowadays in Buddhism, most Buddhist disciples are more enamored with the big words, the Buddhist jargon, and the Buddhist philosophy, because it's very, very, how shall we say it? It's very well constructed, it's very logical, it's intellectually sound. Yes.
Sarah had a correction to make. Sarah, please go ahead.
Sorry, Master, it was not a patience for Confucius, it was about benevolence. Thank you.
Benevolence, yeah, it's more like benevolence, but it's about being a human, what it takes to be a human. So you call it the benevolence, you could call it etiquette, you call it having the proper rights, you can call it knowing how to manage relationships between brothers, between father and son, between mother and daughter, etc., etc., etc. Okay? So yes, Confucius' teaching is very, very useful. It can easily understood by everyone. It's very useful. It can be applied. And that's the same spirit in all three, whether it's Christianity or Taoism or Confucianism. It's about what Master Hsuan is talking about here, is that you learn a little and you put into practice. You look at yourself. If you really believe, the key here, what he's not talking about is, if you really believe in a Buddhist teaching, then you understand the Buddha's purpose. All we do, everything we do, when we talk about the Buddhist teachings, Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, Master Hsuan, Chan, Pureland, and so forth, it's about helping you better yourself. Okay? And as you become better and better, you become closer to your real Buddha nature. And only you will be able to assess it yourself. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise, because other people have their own rationales, their own motives. In Buddhism, we want you to discover who you really are and how special you really are, and not simply take anyone else's words for it. Okay? And so in order to do that, the Buddha, when he came to our world, he taught his wisdom, and then because that wisdom there is the blueprint for all of us to become Buddhas, okay, and that there is a progression where you need to open your wisdom. Buddhas is also wisdom. When you become a Buddha, then you have the same level of wisdom as a Buddha. However, Buddha also knows that different people have different levels of wisdom. And so that's why he says, in order for all of you to have the same level of wisdom as I need to teach you how to do it. He knows that it's a fact that we are all the same. Intrinsically, we are all the same. We are all Buddhas to be. We are at various phases of becoming a Buddha. Some are closer to a state of Buddha than others. Like Master Hsuan is quite close to the state of Buddha. And we are a lot further away. However, if we put into what we learn from the Buddhas and from his disciples and how to do it, then we get closer to the Buddha himself. And what does it mean to be closer to the Buddha? It means that you like yourself a lot more than before. Every time you get a little bit closer to the Buddha, I call it improve, okay? A very simple term, improve, that anyone can understand. Your status right now is where you are. Buddha's status is much higher. So every time you improve on this path of Buddhist teaching, Buddhist practices, you inch closer. You get closer and closer and closer. And that makes Buddhas and Bodhisattvas very, very happy. Okay? They're not trying to make money off you. They're not trying to entrap you and make you become subservient to them and serve them only. And no, they want you to be just like them. Mark my word. Many of his disciples became just like him as well. And they came back and they said, this is real. I certified it. masteryonghua is not a Buddha yet, but he came here because he says, I'm pretty close, a lot closer than you are. And let me show you how I did it. And that's why we're studying it. Okay? This is what makes Buddhism a lot more special than all the other approaches, spiritual practices, in that you have these disciples of the Buddha who follow the Buddhas many, many lifetimes, and as they progress, they improve themselves, they like themselves more, and they came around. When the Buddha is not around, they came to our world, like masteryonghua, to tell us, to certify to us that is for real, and you should too believe that you can become a Buddha, and all it takes for you is to follow the instructions, follow the teachings. And the teachings, again, is to make you the same as Buddha. And it's so important for you to remember that. Don't settle for less. You need to have the proper goals. Very much like, I hope that all of you will find something worthwhile to do and go for the best possible for you. Don't settle for less. Okay? And for us Buddhists, we know that the best thing, the biggest achievement we could have is to become a Buddha. It's nothing bigger than that, nothing more rewarding, nothing more interesting, nothing that can make you happier than that. And this is proof there. Look at our community. People have been here in the community. Some are new, some have been here a lot longer. And look, they are increasingly happy, and they are helping each other. They're confirming. If you cross your legs, you sit in full lotus there. Yes, at first it's kind of hard, but there's ways for you to overcome that hardship, those difficulties, and you get a lot out of it. So that's exactly what's happening in Buddhism. The disciples are actually confirming it, confirming it's real. Okay? All right? And the reason it happens is because these people somehow manage to find the time to execute. Okay? Unless you do something, unless, as masteryonghua puts it here, the Buddha spend the time to explain to us what to do, and then later, because in order to become a Buddha, it's not that fast, it's not that easy. It takes many, many lifetimes, no two ways about it. It's not like becoming a president of the United States or becoming rich. You can do it in one lifetime. In order to become a Buddha, it takes you 1 million lifetimes or more. Okay? And that's the truth. That's what it takes. It takes time. And Buddha did it, and his disciples have done it, and they are doing it. And so they come back and they show us how to do it. So Buddhism, going back to my theme here as well, Buddhism, if you look at the entire teaching of Buddhists, of Buddhism is very vast because it's designed to help people at various stages of accomplishment. Accomplishment is another technical word in Buddhism. You know what it really means? Accomplishment refers to the fact that you achieved levels of wisdom. When you are zero, people are zero, like ordinary people, they have no accomplishment. Basically, they are confused most of the time. Ordinary people, we are scattered. That's how we're wired. And then the first level of achievement, accomplishment, as we call it in Buddhism, 成就, is Chinese word for it. Okay, what's a Korean word for it? Thành tựu is Vietnam. And what's Korean? Okay, never mind. The Koreans are all asleep. And so when you go from being scattered to the first level of non-scatteredness is first dhyana, okay? And it's not that hard to do. It's very easy, actually. When I first started, I struggled a lot because I knew that's a very important first level where you actually leap from the ordinary to someone special. And you can experience it. And because when you go from being scattered to be able to concentrate every now and then, you actually are happier. You're more content with yourself because you're not as easily distracted and harassed by food, for example. When you are scattered, you will go crazy. You like food, you know. I like recently. It's a smash burger. I'm sorry, I'm kidding. Okay, smash burger is all meat. You take a meat patty and you squash it, you smash it, right? And now I'm salivating, I'm hungry again. And so when you realize that you're being harassed by this desire, this craving for food, okay? All you have to do, if you have the skills of the first dhyana, is to enter this first dhyana, concentrate your mind, and you know, that craving disappears. That's you. You don't have to live like a victim anymore. You can choose to enjoy your food when it's there. When it's not there, there's no point in false thinking about it. You just say, okay, not now. Okay, I will not worry about it until I have some time. Now I want to study the Chinese instructions of masteryonghua. Okay? And then after this, when time is up, then I go and have a smash burger. Yes, 8.
Thank you, Master. We have a question here from Cordelia in regards to her cultivation. Amitabha Master, I have been living with shoulder and neck stress most of my life. I've been sitting 3 to 4 hours at a time for 3 to 4 days a week the last few months. And she talks about how her shoulder's been hurting her a lot lately. And at the same time now she's having headaches that start soon after she sits, or maybe during her second hour of sit. She has a lot of pain and headaches as well. So she wants to know, she also is getting nauseated and fever and chills. So she's asking, what can she do? Do I continue to sit until the headache goes away? Or do I continue to sit if there's stress in my shoulder and it continues to hurt me?
It's a tough one. What do we do when we're suffering? When you meditate and you experience pain in the shoulders, discomfort in the shoulders, headaches in the head, and nausea and so forth, it's called suffering. I don't know. What are the instructions? What do you do when you suffer and during meditation? How about endure? I know you've learned this a long time ago, but let me remind you, the old-timers as well new-timers have to learn to endure more and more and more. That's what practice is about. You're having the headaches now and the pain in the shoulders because good things are happening physically to you. So endure, that's all. Have no worries. If you don't want to endure, then those problems don't go away. If you simply endure, meditate, endure, those problems eventually will go away. Don't be so weak. Weak people say, make it go away, make it away, it's too difficult for me. No, you endure more and more each day, that's all. And you have number 3. Recite number 3. That's all. Good luck to you, and don't quit. Okay? And so, my point here is that even at her level, even the pain, the headaches that she experiences in her head, even the pain in the shoulders that she experiences, she can simply empty herself, and there's no more pain in the shoulders, there's no more headache in the head. You see, all those are the abilities that you develop through these practices. Okay? And of course, we don't tell you unless it's time for you to, when you're ready and the opportunity arises, then we teach you and we tell you, yes, believe in yourself. Don't believe in me. My instructions are meaningless unless you do it. Consider yourself very lucky that I tell you what to do. For most people, they're so confused. They keep on asking me the same question over and over again, okay? And my answer is still the same. After a while, I ignore them. What is the matter with you? Don't you believe me? You don't believe me, don't stop bothering me. Don't ask me the same question over and over again. Okay? And so the instruction here, that's what it's talk about. You know a little, you practice it a little. Meaning that actually he's talking to beginners where you need to, the emphasis here in Buddhism is you listen to it and you look for instructions in the talks, in the words, on what you can do to better yourself, to fix the problem you're having. You know, because life is such that unless you do it yourself, no one else will. If you ignore it, the problem only compounds and gets worse. That's all. It doesn't go away. Okay? So that's why I want to clarify for you a little bit more. When Master Shenhua talked about here, he talked in general. I'm talking to you more the put what you know into practice, it's referring to that a person who just asked me, he says, I've been meditating now, and now all of a sudden I realize that I have a headache when I meditate. Should I stop? Okay, the instruction is continue. The instruction is to endure. It will fix it. So that's the nature of what he means here. I teach you only one thing, endure, and it will go away. Okay, that's a little. I only teach you a little. I could teach you a lot more, but it doesn't matter. I can explain to you why it's happening to your head, what's happening to your shoulders, but it doesn't matter. All I want you to know is just that it doesn't matter how much I tell you, all you need to do is endure a little bit more. More today, more tomorrow, okay? And that's the practice a little, okay? When you do that, you'll be able to fix your problem. You'll be able to, at least every time that you do that, you'll be able to make the problem become smaller, diminish the severity of your problem. Where can you learn how to do that? I can't think of many places at all in the world. Okay, so this practice here is about what you need to do to better yourself, to fix your problems. If you have a problem, there's things in Buddhism you can do to fix it. And my disciples, especially left-form people disciples, are being trained to recognize those. Because in order for them to get to where I am, they need to fix a lot of problems, like I did. Everyone has to do that. And that's what this know little and practice little means. One problem at a time. Okay? And so that's what makes Buddhism special, is in that this emphasis is about doing a little each day. And you see the miracles that you're able to pull off. Instead of sitting there and reading about, Mother Teresa and Master Shenhua, using spiritual powers to make people's pain go away and so forth. You can do it too. Wouldn't you like to do it too? If he can do it, so can we. It takes a little bit longer for us because he has about 80, 90 years of practice here in this country, in this world before we did. Okay? But it's doable. All right? Okay. So, this slide number 4 here, this pertains to you teachers. Okay? If people have problems like the headaches in the head, the pain in the shoulders, your instructions must be useful. Don't do it like people come to you and say, I have this problem in my head, I have a problem with my shoulder, and you talk to them, life is suffering, because that's the primary truth of Buddhism. This is the fundamental teaching of Buddhism. Life is suffering. Wouldn't that make you more depressed? It makes me so much more depressed because all I'm hearing is I have a lot more problems. I came to you with one problem only, maybe a headache up here, and you tell me, actually, I have a lot more problems that I'm aware of yet. What kind of nonsense is that? Your instructions as a teacher, as a Chan instructor, as a Pureland instructor, as whatever bowing instructor, is to be able to make it useful for others. What is useful? Useful is that they feel better, they feel more peaceful, they feel more blissful, they feel healthier. no excuses. Okay? In Buddhism, we uphold ourselves to very high standards. We do not want to waste your time and waste our time. Okay. And many of my disciples, as you can imagine, because we have people at various levels, people who have been here longer than others, and all of a sudden they find themselves falling behind. When they say, wait a minute, I've been here longer than you. He taught me a lot more than he taught you. How come you are better than me? How come he says your concentration level, your samadhi level is higher than mine? And how come he allows you to walk in front of me? And you're a girl, for God's sake. This is terrible. And the answer is, because my skin is yellow, yours is not. See, Jesse likes it. No, I'm kidding. You know that. I kid a lot. They're better than you because they're able to follow my instructions better than you. We don't discriminate. We don't say, I do like girls more than boys, that's true. But doesn't mean I favor girls in my instructions. Okay? I don't care. My job is to help you address your little problems you have when you come to me. That's all. Okay? And some are able to believe me and execute. The majority of the people would have doubts. They say, I don't know. Who is he? Yeah. And so forth. And so that's the difference between the people. Those who are able to execute better than others. It has nothing to do with your ethnicity, the skin of your color, your level of education, your height, even though being taller helps. No, I mean shorter helps because most of us are short. Look, Master Shenhua is very, very short. Okay? And then the 6 patriarchs is even shorter. You realize that? So it's somehow in Buddhism, I think there is a belief, there is a preference for short people, Jesse. Jesse is tall. He's one of the tallest guy around here. So it's, he's handicapped. We give a handicap like in golf. You are a 95 handicap. Okay? Anyway, and so again, don't be afraid that others will be better than you. They're better than you because they execute better than you. That's all. There's no preferential treatments in Buddhism. There's no favoritism. A little bit of nepotism, but luckily the monks and nuns have no children. Yes, in the back.
Hello. Okay. Master, does it mean that your disciple, those who shortest, have more advantage and higher Kung Fu level?
Yeah, I think so. And especially if you're a girl, you're better off. The girls are all laughing. And then when... That better temporarily until you become enlightened, there's no more distinction between the genders. You see, typically, the monks and nuns, they distinguish between men and women. They put men ahead of women for the simple reason the Buddha says in this Dharma ending age, women are better than men, and therefore women should should be taught to be more humble. They walk behind you, men, but they say, I'm better than you. I'm going to prove to you I'm better than you. And if the women, those women here, there, those types of women who struggle a lot more than the women who says that it doesn't matter where I walk. Same thing with men. Men who says, if I walk behind a woman, he says, if I walk behind a woman, it doesn't matter if I walk behind a woman or not. Okay? As long as I become better. Okay? Because it helps you become better and transcend the genders. Once you become enlightened, there's no more discrimination between men and women. After you become enlightened, I like you equally, as much men as much as women. Okay? But then there's another discrimination. I don't no longer, after you become enlightened, I no longer discriminate between men and women. I discriminate between people who have higher level of samadhi than others. So I still let women walk ahead of you if they have higher level of samadhi than you. Okay? Yeah. Okay, so Master Shewa here, I was about to disagree with him, but because of the context of what I just talked about, if everyone is better than you, there'll be no troubles in the world. Okay? Don't be so selfish. When you see women walking in front of you, you say, oh, the world is becoming a better place because I'm good already. But this woman is better than me. And therefore, the world is actually becoming better. See, and you take any teaching and you twist it in any way you want. It's called Buddhist, what is that food called? The twister thing. You make a roll into a thing and you go and you make a tie. Pretzels. Thank you. Buddhist pretzels. Boy, am I hungry again. I'm hungry tonight. You know, in New York, they have those big pretzels, like bread, you know. Now all of a sudden I have a craving for it. Give me a few minutes. Let me go into samadhi to control my greed for food. Okay? There will be no troubles in this world. How about that? Okay? Next. Don't be afraid of being better than others. Don't assume you're better than others, and also don't say, okay, you talk a lot. Don't be afraid to be better than others. This refers to women. Okay? If someone walks in front of you, okay, and that's right there because they have supposedly higher levels of achievements than you, accomplishments than you, then don't be afraid that you say, I'm right now not as good as you, but in the future, I will be better than you. Okay? And that's, in Buddhism, is extremely healthy. Okay? Someone is better, being better is a temporary state. You, if you work harder and you do it better, then you pull ahead. Doesn't matter how long they've been doing it. If you do it better than they, in the same instruction, but you do it better, you will pull ahead of them. Okay, so don't be afraid to be better than others. Don't assume you are better than others. Okay, this refers to those people who are better already, who look below them and say, "Oh, they're all walking behind me." Okay, you know what? Those people will pull ahead of you because in our practices, it's not based on time; it's based on hard work. If you work hard, you pull ahead of others. Like I pulled ahead of all my peers because they made a mistake of laughing at me and ridiculing me and calling me stupid. So I said, one day, I will prove to myself, I'm better than you. And the day came years ago. I never said anything. It's none of your business. Okay? Yeah. But I learned a lesson from that is that I never assume I'm better than you. I always look behind me. That's why I walk behind all of you. So I can see all of you. Who has the potential to be better than me? Okay? Then I will suppress that person. I'm very competitive. Hey, man. Don't say, I don't want to be better than others. That's true. I want to be better than all of you. When people are better than me, I'm happy. Not really. I'm not happy with myself. I'm happy for you, but I'm not happy with myself. Why? Because Buddha said it already. Okay? I can be the same as Buddha. Why am I not? What is the matter with me? Okay? So when I see someone who's better than me, I say, wow, this person is doing something right. And what makes me happy is that I would come over, observe that person, talk to that person, give her food, bribe her, yeah, and kiss up to her so that she likes me more and she tells me what she did right. So when I see people better than me, I'm happy. No need for me to be jealous. I'm so competitive, and it's the best. I'm the most inferior compared to others. And that's wrong. Absolutely. I want to be better than you. That's why I walk behind you, to spy on all of you. Okay? Okay, just because I walk behind you doesn't mean I'm the most inferior to you. Okay? Any problems with this? Competition, folks. This is the land of America. It doesn't matter how tall or short you are. We can all compete and be better. Okay? All right. Telling you to look down, not look down on others, you then transform to look down on yourself. She says, don't look down on others, and then all of a sudden you look down upon yourself. You say, I'm not as good as anyone else. No, not at all. No. You never look down upon yourself. You always tell yourself, I can be better. Why am I not? I can be healthier. Why am I not? I can be taller next lifetime. Just because I'm short right now, it's never too late. I intend to be taller next time around by 1 foot. I'm very competitive, So don't look down upon yourself. First of all, don't look down upon others. Why not? Because others can pull ahead of you. Again, it's equal opportunity here. Okay? If you follow instructions better. When these teachers like Master Shinwar, they give us instructions how to meditate, how to do whatever, how to cultivate. It's the same for everyone. So whoever does it better will pull ahead. Okay? I pull ahead of his disciples, even though I came like decades behind them, like 2 decades, 3 decades, 4 decades after them, after this got started. And I follow the same instructions. Okay? And what I did that's different from them is that I only followed Master Shenhua instructions. I did not follow any of their instructions. They were trying to teach me, telling me to do this, do that. And I said, if I follow you, then you still decades ahead of me. I will follow Master Shenhua only. And if I find someone better than Master Shenhua, I follow that person because his instruction would be better as well. Okay? So whoever you choose to follow, the instruction is very, very important, folks. You choose a loser, then they will always be better than you. In a Wei-Yang lineage, in a Chan lineage, we're teaching you here. We're teaching you so that you cannot be limited by your teachers. Their instructions to me, okay, are limited. You know why? Because they think they're better than me. Never look down upon others. That's a very serious mistake. People may be behind you temporarily, but in the Chan Dharma, in the sudden teaching Dharma, they can leap over you any moment. So all these people there, girls, all these people there on this side, they're behind you, but if they do it right, they can leap over you. It could happen to anyone. That's why you never look down upon others. Certainly never look down on yourself. There's no need to look down upon others. Okay? No, it's a race. You like this and then you pull up and this and red car. Okay? There's no lead is guaranteed. That's why I call it American Buddhism, because it doesn't matter where you are, someone can surpass you. That's why you always make sure look over your shoulders. Or I look behind your back. I look at your back, making sure I recognize where you are. Okay? And when someone gets close to me, I pull ahead again. Okay? Never look down upon others. That's a serious mistake, folks. Never, ever. Because I've seen how scary you are. Okay? The newcomers are getting better and better. Okay? And they pull ahead of the old-timers. And the old-timers don't even realize it. Yeah, that's why old-timers should do like I do, walk behind them. If you say, let them all be good, I don't need to be good, I'm the worst, that's also wrong. You do this when you are a loser. Let them all be good. No, we're all good. We all have the potential to be a Buddha. Buddha is our best. Okay? Once you're there, you're the same as all other Buddhas. No one Buddha is better than the other. They're all the same because that's the best that you can be. What is that? The armed forces? The army? Navy? Be the best you can be. I believe this guy more. He looks like more army to me than Navy. Be all you can be, I think it's Air Force. Or I can move mountains, that's Marines. No, that's a new logo I'm trying to I'm hoping they adopt. We can move mountains. We Marines. Booyah! No? I'm fascinated by macho men. Anyway, it's my era, okay? Anyway, let them all be good. I don't need to be good. I'm the worst. Okay? No. Never look down upon yourself. When you see people who are good, you find out why they're good, why they're better than you. That's all. There's no need to be jealous and try to pull you down. There's some people who are like that, by the way. When someone is better, they have things that you want. Some people in this community would then do things to stab them in the back. And then to pull them down, to make you look bad. We know those people. You know why we keep them around? To help you tattoo your back. And you stab them, when you get stabbed long enough, it becomes a tattoo. And that's a mark of toughness. We're not afraid to be stabbed in the back. And we stab them back, we don't say anything. You know? They stabbed me in the back. They slandered me for 20 years. I didn't say anything. I will sue them one of these days, but I'm not saying anything yet. That's how tough we are. We're not afraid, man. What should be done then? You should strive forward towards goodness. Is that where we are right now? Hey, Chinese person. Which slide are we at?
Up to slide 12.
12. We have 3 more, okay? What should be done then? Strive forward towards goodness. Yes. This is the key. Okay? When you compete, be fair, compete fairly. Don't need to slander them. Don't need to stab in the back. That's unfair competition. Because you know, if you create bad karmas like that, you will regress. There's no need. Okay? You do things that are constructive. You don't badmouth people. You don't slander them. Never, never, ever do that. Mick Jagger says, never, never, ever be. I'll never be a beast of burden. Jesse knows. Only Jesse understands me. The rest of you are too yellow. Okay? You strive forward to goodness. Doesn't matter. People stab you in the back. People suppress you. People unfair to you. It should only motivate you to be a gooder person, not make you bitter. And because when you're bitter, you look older. Your skin become loose. Ooh. You become baggy. Your face become like a bag, paper bag. Okay? And you try for goodness, your skin tightens, I think. Sometimes I say nonsense. Don't believe everything I tell you. You strive for. But the point here is that you strive for goodness. Refrain from doing negative things. You know, when I say derogative things about the other people, you know why I'm doing it? Is to challenge them. Stab me harder. Slander me more so that I can sue you and make more money. Okay? I'm challenging them. Okay? Because the more badly you treat it, the more unfairly treated you are, the more abused you are, the more you strive toward goodness. This is very important, folks. It doesn't matter how others behave. You strive for goodness. Always. Just because Republicans are doing well, okay, we still try for goodness. Doesn't matter what they do. We still do the good stuff. Don't fear others being good. You want to be good yourself. Okay? There's no need to be fearful of others being good or being bad even. Don't fear others being bad either. My teaching to you is that when others are bad, don't have to run away. That's why I allow some people to stick around so that they will hurt you. They will make you look bad. They will misbehave, you know? Okay? But when others are good, imitate them. Be happy for them because they're on the right tracks. Okay? And you want to be on the right tracks yourself. Yes, 8.
Thank you, Master. Robin's Nest has a question. Amitabha Master, in prior Dharma talks, it was established that part of what brings us to Buddhism stems from past lives. Do vows taken from past lives directly correlate to the lives we are living in the present?
Yes. Many of you made a vow to study Mahayana together. Together. Many lifetimes. You know how difficult it is for you to be able to come and listen to my jokes? Because I'm like a more comedian than a Dharma master. I joke too much. I notice I tell more jokes than Dharmas. Okay? And that you're able to keep on coming and coming and coming is because you made a vow to that wherever the jokester, the joker joker, that's a good one. Master Joker goes, I follow him. Okay? Just like I also made the vow that wherever Master Shenhua teaches, I go and support him. Okay? And so yes, you know, my name is Yonghua. You know what it means? Yung is always. Hua is Master Shenhua's name, meaning wherever he goes, I follow. I always follow. What? What did he say? What? I didn't hear.
We heard the word stalker.
Stalker. Another jokester here. I will joker. Another joker. Yes, question from Go Forest.
Hi, Master. I want to go to Wei Mountain Temple to fast, meditate, and I want to sleep there from this Saturday to the next Sunday. Can I do that?
Sunday to next Sunday. We end on Saturday night, Saturday morning. So this Sunday you can come, but Saturday will be done, and you can stay till Sunday. That's not a problem.
Okay.
Okay? Okay, you're welcome. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
People here can be very mean. I'm warning you. Not all temples are the same. Go Force is for weak people. They don't stab you in the back. Those people are gone. Okay? But here, we're not all good. Okay? Yeah. Anyone else? Yeah. What is it with the Chinese? They all want to come and fast. We save a lot of money on groceries. Okay, as far as fasting goes, I have a new declaration. If you're too skinny, don't fast too long. Okay? You preferably, you should gain a few pounds, 5 to 10 pounds before you fast. As a warning to you, you have till Sunday to gain 10 pounds. The young gentleman there in Go Forest, gain 10 pounds. Okay? Lloyd, you weigh him tonight. Make sure that he gains 10 pounds. Okay. You want to aim for goodness. See, he addresses our path is path of goodness. You know why? Because when you stay on the good side, like I do, you can surpass others. They don't stay on the good side. They start stabbing me and slandering me and oppressing me and so forth. And that's why only the people who are losers, who try to suppress others because they know they cannot compete. Whereas if you are good, when people are better or good, you're happy for them. Because you know, I walk behind you because when I see someone better than me, I say, I will be better than you. Okay? Because that's aiming for goodness. You don't suppress people. You don't slander people. You don't hurt people. Okay? Pull them back. And that's not goodness. Even if you don't want to be good, if you aim for goodness, even if you don't want to be good, you will be good. I don't know what he's talking about. Huh? Aim for goodness, meaning that you want to do good. There's no need to, if you don't want to be good, you be good. I don't know what he's talking about. There's only one thing in you. In our path is we are good and we are gooder. There's no excuse. It doesn't matter who you are. Short, tall, yellow, white, okay? Man, woman. If you're gooder, that's all that matters. Okay, next. 12, the last slide here for the evening. I mean, no, not for the evening, for the talk. You want to be less good than others? This is not right. Let me think. What do you think? You be less good than others? This is not right. I don't know why he brings up these things. You be less good than others. You know, when you are gooder, that means you are improving. If you're less good, you are not improving. So why would you want to be not good? I don't get it. Huh? I'm equating for you, for your sake, in our environment. If you are not a good person, if you're not doing good, you're regressing. If you're doing good, you're improving. How's that? I cannot be more blunt. I can't be clearer than this. Don't do anything bad. You know? Because I've seen how people who cultivate in a competitive environment, like Master Shenhua's, like ours, some of them tend to resort to trickeries and stabbing people in the back and slandering people out of jealousy, out of fear of being surpassed, out of the sheer darkness in their hearts. Okay? Those people will be surpassed. I've proven it. I spent 30 years proving it for you already. No, not 30 years. I exaggerate. I tend to exaggerate a little. Discount everything I say by 95%, you'll be safe. But it's 5% true. Okay, I think I'm at the slide here.
你想比人好，这也是不对的。
Better than others, this is also not right.
就要往自己的好做，怎么样好我就怎么样做。
I just go toward doing what is good for me. Whatever is good for me, that's exactly how I will do it.
这就会人好我也好，世界上没有一个不好的。你说这个世界是不是就平安无事了呢？
This way, others are good and I'm also good. In this world, there is no individual that is not good.
Stop! Stop! Have you seen Dune number 2? Stop! Never mind. You want to be gooder than others? This is not right. What is going on? What is he trying to do? You want to be gooder than others? This is not right. I want you to be gooder than others. Don't listen to this. That's why I have to stop before it becomes ingrained in you. Because Master Shenhua, usually he's never wrong. But I'm more right than him right here. Okay? Don't think like this. Okay? You want to be gooder than others. You see someone good, you say, I want to be gooder than you. That's a very good thing to do. Very, very good thing. Because we have this community here of very good people already. And you say, they're there walking in front of me because they're gooder than me. Okay? And therefore, they're a target for you. And you, if you want, then you should say, if I want to surpass you, I'm going to be gooder than you. It's a good thing to be gooder than others. And you can be gooder and gooder and gooder and gooder until you become a Buddha. Until you become a Buddha, there's room for you to become gooder. Okay? And it's perfectly okay for me, to me, that you be gooder than others. It's a very healthy attitude. Instead of, I don't want people to be gooder than me. I'm going to pull them back. That's losers. Yes, was there a question somewhere? Yes, are you going to be gooder?
Of course.
Thank you very much. I rest my case.
Master, when you say gooder, you mean to be gooder, to have, we want to surpass others, we want to work harder on our samadhi, we want to be a higher level, or are you just talking about the goodness in your heart?
Yeah, Jesse answered you already. Yeah, there you go.
What?
Jesse, repeat. See, he was shaking his head. Gooder here. Let me tell you what gooder really means. Gooder means that your heart becomes more good. That's why I use gooder, because when he says better in English, it has many interpretations. When I say gooder, it's based on being good, on doing good. You're a good person, I want you to be a gooder person, more good in your heart. Not, hide the blackness in your heart and disguise it. You're not fooling anyone, by the way. Not permanently. Okay? Because eventually, the blackness in your heart reveals itself. It's impossible to hide, by the way. It's not possible. So that's why don't indulge in the dark side of the moon. Of your heart. Okay? Become gooder. And that's very, very the right enterprise. When someone is good, okay, and someone is gooder, be happy. And you say, if he's gooder, I'm going to be gooder as well. It's an arms race to be gooder. Okay? Thank you for the question. I should go toward doing what's good for me. Whatever is good for me, exactly how I will do it. No! This is why I have to stop you, because I don't want this to get to register for too long. You don't do what's good for you. A good heart is a heart that does more good for others. Not destroy others, not slander others, not stab others in the back. Okay? You don't do that. Because when you do that, your heart becomes blacker, becomes less good. When you are gooder, then you do more good. That's how it translates outside. When you're gooder inside, outside it manifests as not suppressing others, not harming others, not hurting others, not slandering others, not doing anything, okay, to disparage others. Oh, wait a minute, I've been disparaging them. Don't be like me. You help others. You do more good for others. And it reflects how your heart becomes gooder. It has to be translated outside by actions, not just talk. That's what I'm talking about. He's talking too much here. I want you to be clear. You gooder in your heart because you believe that you can tap more into the goodness in your heart. That's why you gooder. And when you tap into the goodness in your heart, it has to be translated, transformed into acts of goodness, of benefiting others, instead of harming others. Then you're in the right direction. You can't lose. I assure you. You are a winner. See, that's the first time I use that word, because people don't know how to be a winner. People only know how to be a loser. The winner is the one that inside is gooder, and outside he translates the goodness in his heart, his increased goodness in his heart. The goodness grows bigger in his heart. He translates into smaller things that benefit more and more beneficial to others. And that's what we're about. There's no excuses. Don't forget this, folks. I know you have dark sides of the moon inside your heart. Okay? I know that. You have these things you hide in your heart. You hide in your heart hoping no one will see, no one will notice it. It's there, okay? And what you do is that you don't allow it to proliferate. You allow the good side of you to grow and push out the negative side. Let them dry up and wither instead of feeding them by your actions. But being jealous, being mean, and prioritizing what you want over anything else, anyone else's. Okay? That's not good. So that's why none of us is perfect. I have very dark sides of me as well in my heart. Yes, it's hard to believe, but I have very dark sides of me. It manifests itself as my temperamental, okay? And greedy for food and for money. I will stop. Okay, we don't have enough time. Okay? We all have the dark side in our heart. Okay? Beware of that. Don't allow it. Don't feed it. Don't give it fuel. Okay? Instead, focus on your good side, your heart, and let it really overwhelm the bad side. How do we do that? It's pure mathematics. If you have 50% good. In Chinese culture, it's red face, 50% black face, half red, half black. That too in Korean culture, right? No? In Japan culture, if you watch the N-O-H, thank you very much. I forgot the H. I'm such a negative person. The No theaters, they represent the evil guy as blackface, okay? And the good guys, like in Chinese, 美剧, the old dramas in China, the red-faced people are the ones who are good. No? Not in Korean culture? Vietnam too, we have, we paint the faces of these actors when they're red, then they're good. The red is a yang, good side. In is black. Yes, in the back.
Master, the Vietnamese, they have the saying, if the chicken is dark, is an evil chicken. So the people who's like dark skin, they have
No.
that tone.
No, I disagree. Many black chickens are very good in China and Vietnam. I love black chicken in Vietnam. Chicken in Vietnam has different color skins, but the black ones are the most medicinal and they taste the best. They have strong flavors. The legs are more tasty. Which you will never find out unless you go to Vietnam. Vietnam has many black chicken. The black feathers and the skin is darker. I don't know where that Vietnam guy got it from. I disagree. Yes, 8.
Thank you, Master. There is a question here from Venerable One Tech. Master, if we keep reciting the Great Compassion mantra daily, can we obtain fearlessness?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Absolutely. What are you afraid of? I'll teach you a faster way. What are you afraid of? Which woman are you afraid of in our assembly? Okay, think about it. You don't have to say it publicly. You can write to me, text me. I want specifics. Don't say fearlessness. Fears is specific. You fear, what do you fear? Who do you fear? What do you fear? What are you afraid of? Okay? If you look at that directly and do something about it directly, it's a lot faster than reciting the Great Compassion Mantra. Okay? What happened? Are we going to go to the next session? Anyone else? Any other questions and comments? Yes, too.
Master Amitabha, it's so happy to have you back. So I just wanted to say thank you, Master, for hosting me. There was something that in this fasting was resolved that it took me literally near 30 years. Mm-hmm. I not even know it was there. So mm-hmm. I'm so happy that it emerged mm-hmm. and that it got resolved and I actually got a good gift. So I just wanted to say thank you for having this space for me. And I know it extends as well to my family. So I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, it's very hard to cultivate without your family support. Okay? So it's don't forget that after your cultivation, you have to, express appreciation to your family and do something for your family. Okay, it's just fair. Share it.
Master.
And And you're welcome. And this is why this is a very nice summary of what Master Shewa talked about tonight. Is about the fact that if you follow the instructions and furthermore, we provide an environment here for you to come and do it so that you'll be safe and you have the guidance when at the proper times. And this is when you are able to get closer to becoming a better person. Okay? That's what it's about. We need to do something. You can't just talk about it. And this is the fallacy of the study of Buddhism nowadays. People only want to hear, only want to listen, and they don't want to do. And the Master Shinhua's teaching tonight is that if you hear something that makes sense to you, okay, if you can simply spend the time, make the effort to try to do it, to execute, okay, then you're better off. It's no point if you listen for the whole time and you say, oh, I like this, and you do nothing at all, then the rewards you get from listening to the good Dharma will be a lot slower in coming. Yes, if you listen to the teaching of Master Shinhua and the Mahayana teachings, it will blossom into something very big for you. But if you want to really speed it up, you need to do gooder, become a gooder person. Then it will be a lot faster for you. It's no excuse. Okay? And so, be gooder here. Let me remind you again, gooder here is one simple, silly things. Gooder could be like, I stop being jealous. I stop stabbing people in the back. Huh? It could be, I stop doing petty things. And it could be just helping someone. When it's even not, I'm not supposed to. It's not my job to do it. I still come and help someone because I have a chance to help. Because when I help someone, it helps relieve the pressure on others. Don't be so rigid, where it's like a job and a corporation is not a part of a job description. I don't do it. Okay, I'm not a janitor, and therefore I don't clean bathrooms. My job description doesn't require me to clean bathrooms. Okay, if you like that, you never become a manager. In real life, you become a supervisor manager because you demonstrated the willingness to do more than your job description in order to help others. Okay? That's part of being gooder. Being gooder is to help more than we're supposed to. That's all. Open your heart. Help a little bit more. Actually do something positive, something helpful. And if you're used to stabbing people in the back and slandering others, okay, and if you simply say, I will stop doing that, that's gooder already. And there's hope for you. If not, you are simply shooting yourself in the foot, that's all. And don't blame me for not warning you. Many people before you have done it, and they're gone already. If you do good and you become gooder, you stick around. You have plenty of chances to stick around. Okay? All right. Time is up. Oh, go for a question.
Hello, Master. So,
What are you afraid of?
yeah, if I'm afraid of or scared of something or somebody, so what is the best way to get rid of someone or something from the mind?
Specifics. Who are you afraid of? Which woman are you afraid of? Is she there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's only 5 women there.
No, actually, I don't have not some afraid of someone, but I just heard that the master can, you can solve can rid of something from your mind if you're afraid of. So I have a question about that.
Okay. Have a question then. Anyone else? Okay. It's healthy to be afraid. Use that fear to motivate you to rise above it. The Great Compassion Mantra is too slow for me. You recite it, your fear will be gone eventually. But if you address it directly, then it's a lot faster. Okay? That's all. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Remember, be good. Okay? Okay, thank you. Good night.